My name is Nick Burns. I am the Chief Executive of Reward Gateway Edenred. This is my second year of supporting this charity, and we at Reward Gateway Edenred have a number of charities that we support. We allow our and indeed encourage our staff to work with a number of different charities. I wanted to come back for the second year to this particular charity because the truth is it had quite a profound effect on me last year, having done that. From the preparing of food with all of our colleagues in a room, so it does have a good team building perspective to it. But actually, once we had prepared the food, when you then go out into the streets of London and you get to hand out not just food, but interestingly toiletries and socks, which I'll come back to in a second, really, it makes you stop and it makes you think, perhaps a bit more than we normally would do. But what it did for me personally, and I know that this has happened to a number of my colleagues as well, it makes you far more conscious of those people who are homeless, who are living on the streets, than perhaps I was as conscious of them before. No longer are they invisible to me as a result of what I did last year. And that's enabled me to perhaps think differently and maybe, if I'm honest, behave differently towards people who are unfortunate enough to be living on the streets. Last year, when we were handing out food and toiletries, I would talk to the people who were homeless. Firstly, they were unbelievably grateful. And secondly, when I asked them what was an important thing to them, of course food was important and toiletries, but the amount of people who said to me, socks, that they wanted to be clean even though they were on the streets. They wanted their feet to stay warm whilst they were on the streets. And it's a real leveler, I think, for us who take it for granted when we use our toiletries every day, when we put our socks on every day. It was a real leveler. So I would encourage anybody, any organisation, to in turn encourage their people to experience this, to get that great sense of feeling when you're helping. But actually, I think the experience in itself is far more of a longer lasting experience than just the one day.